To our 11th session of Slay the Princess, and our second of doing to our 11th session of Slay the Princess, and our second of doing it 2 nights in a row. Wow, my brain. Of doing it 2 nights in a row. Wow, my brain. Our second of 3 planned streams this week. I fumbled over my own introduction, and we're picking up exactly where we left off last time, the Shattered Mirror, which, frankly, I don't know what we have left to explore with the Shattered Mirror, so we're just going to see if we've encountered them before.
Self-voicing disabled.
I had no idea that was an option. I don't know what I did. We're gonna do, I'm sorry I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? No, wait, hang on. Are you a part of me or are you something else? No, we did. Apparently Skip was already on. Versions of you said that before, so I really was meeting different yous?
You were, and it was by both necessity...
Versions of you said that before, so I really was meeting different yous?
You were, and it was by both necessity and design.
Okay, so now we're getting a piece of information I've forgotten before.
This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
No, I have seen this before. The skip dialogue doesn't always indicate things. I have seen this before. The skip dialogue doesn't always indicate things. Does orders matter? Does orders matter? That's a distractible reference, in case you didn't catch that.
But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Alrighty, where is that thing about looking away? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions?
We've already crossed the point of no return. There's no saving me now. Not that there's ever been much of me to save.
That's fascinating. Did I do every time I ask you piece of breaks?
I'm aware. And if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
I have. Maybe. Do they know about this? Yeah, we're gonna do that line. I don't know if I did that one before.
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing.
Yeah, we've done this line before. Do you have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris? Maybe? Do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I don't know. What am I looking for?
Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. For all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me, I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
I mean, if you've seen the Happily Ever After, you're probably wrong. I'm 90% sure I've seen... I'm 90% sure I've seen all the dialogue options, and there's only hidden ones for, like, certain specific vessels that I bring. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know.
You're the long quiet. Soon I'll be gone entirely, and you'll be left alone with your final choice. So allow me to make my final
I don't know if I'm pretty sure death is a good, actually, important even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die.
So I did do that line before. I don't think I've ever done I'm not going to slay her.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo. And every echo fades away.
No clarity, narrator long quiet, cabin last time. Arrive at the heart, final best, nothing. Narrator long quiet, cabin last time. Arrive at the heart, final best, nothing for you to find. Yeah, which means I'll need to do, oh god, which version was it?
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
It's not from the versions of the cage. I'll have to go back to the, it's not from the versions of the cage. I'll have to go back to the, a version of the cage and, do, the allegory of the cage once again.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Well, we have heard all this before, haven't we? Let's skip. I'm gonna do I've Missed You Too, because that always feels right. She unfurls at... No, I think that's the first time that I've done this. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Did I know about the echo?
Every word you spoke from
Yes, I have. Don't know what that means.
These are their attempts to...
What happens now?
Ever the passive player. Always react when the echoes spun us from... So, will you attempt to destroy...
I can't remember what I've done in Explorers before. There's so many stories we left unfinished. Can we really just leave? I don't know if I've done that. I have.
Even as your eyes...
Let's talk this through. Many more questions. Let's talk this through. Many more questions, and I need answers before I make a choice. Did I do that? I can never remember what I do at this point in the game half the time. Then again, it could just because I'm tired, maybe.
My very nature is paradox, as is but violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Yeah, I think just eventually we get here.
Fear is a chain around the neck and a needle in the eye.
So we have now seen through her eyes at the end of the world.
It was fear that made our prison, and it was fear that told the lie that our spirits were not free to choose. But even bound, you saw a light, and you gave me the wisdom to speak my heart and shed my doubts. Without fear, suffering ceases to be. Without fear, death dissolves. Without fear, we are free to choose beauty. This construct is a machine of fear. It has no place in our divine hearts. Shatter it. Leave with me.
We're going to address the vessel statement directly. Neither of us could have been free without the other. No. Yeah, that's what my first gut says.
Just as neither of us can be free without the other now. You are the prey for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. Within, you are tightly bound and choke on heavy air as acid burns its way into your pores. A nest of things devouring within things devouring. But even when dissolved, you gifted me a life. Perhaps it was fear that drove you. Perhaps it was compassion.
I've got conflicted feelings about the beast path.
But the outcome of an act matters more than its intentions. There is a natural order of things, sustaining things. A world without sustenance is a world without relationships. And it is our relationships that give us form and substance.
We're going to address directly. Yeah, that desire. Oh, that line hurts, especially considering some factors going on with one of my IRL friends. You cannot use eating me to prove that you're right. Going on with one of my IRL friends. You cannot use eating me to prove that you're right. You know what? I'm gonna do that one.
You still cling to the horror of dying bodies that rot worlds apart from you. How many more vessels would you need to lose before you realize their irrelevance? You are weightless in the dark, suspended in the gravity of an idea too great for you to hold. A tiny island caught between the death of the old and the birth of the new. But weightless is not helpless.
Oh, man.
You unchained your will and rose against a would-be god, and for a shining moment made yourself my equal, and then you surpassed me. Without me, there are no externalities to resist. And without you to resist me, there can be no externalities. It is struggle that carves meaning into consciousness.
Even when you became a shadow, the god who Stop bouncing now. And unraveled you then. I stopped me from unraveling you now. No. We're going to address the statement directly. I don't like any of these answers, but I should go for one of them. We made each other worse. I'm gonna do that one, and that is a line I have used in a past relationship myself.
We changed each other. Are you not happy with who you've become?
I crush you. I bleed you. I grind you to paste. My scars are a memory of what you used to be to me. I want those feelings back. You fight, but you fight as a shadow. I crush you because I have to. Because there is no honesty in mercy. You lost and you won when you entered my cave. You died on the floor. But my soul went in ways your body couldn't. But in the disappointment of my victory, you gave me a new challenge to face within myself. Without obstacles to overcome, we stagnate into nothing. Overcome, we stagnate into nothing.
Address statement directly. We've both become better for what we've been through, haven't we? Oh, that is another line that I have used in the exact same relationship. Before I realized how toxic it was, I think. If, at the very least, phrasing is similar. Not all obstacles are equal. Can meaning not exist in the absence of cruelty and pain? I fought you to protect others, not to better myself. Ugh. I guess I'm gonna go with the middle line. Protect others, not to better myself. Ugh. I guess I'm gonna go with the middle line.
To lose me is to remain the same. What meaning can be taken from a single moment frozen in time?
All conflict is violence, but to remove conflict itself is to remove the textures that define us.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake your will, rapidly dissolving. What?
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Did I start with Stranger? I can't remember if during this run I started with Stranger. What do I do? Because I want to go back to the cabin, that's for sure. Easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that
Yeah, I've seen that line before. What happens if you think we leave here?
this universe dies.
New and born, yep. Hey Ace, how you doing? Okay, we're gonna do the I don't know line, I guess. Yeah, welcome to Slay the Princess. I've been playing this for like 11 sessions. I love this game. I didn't think it would catapult itself into my top 10 favorite games of all time, but it's currently sitting at number 7. Yeah, I know I've done the everything. You've done everything you can make me understand line before in one of my previous runs, because we're hunting through so Ace, we're trying to go through the entire gallery, and unlock every single thing that I've missed. And I'm 90% sure I've never used the "I don't know what the answer is" line. So we're gonna go with that.
There is no something else.
I was right.
This, what we are, is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do, right?
What we are is everything.
Whatever you're trying to do, right? You don't have to do it alone.
The hero has returned! Yeah, I believe we're currently floating at around 60 or 70%. There are so many paths that are on the Chapter 3s that I need to go back to, because I've only ever experienced them once. And, spoiler alert, for one of our runs tonight, we're gonna speed run through things that we've all seen before, because I want to get a very specific ending. We're gonna do "Where Is Everyone Else?" because I've never seen. I don't think I've ever done "Where's Everyone Else."
They're still where you left them, stuck in the folds of this place. Part of me is with them, just like part of me is with you right now. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. We're going in. We're gonna quickly skip. Oh, Contrarian is with me? I forgot the Contrarian could come with us. I'm gonna double check the log. Do you need a script thing? That'd be nice little cover. Okay, I can never remember. Eventually, I need him to. What the hell? Why can I not get out of mode? I'm literally pressing all the buttons. Game said I must read forever. I don't want to do that! God damn it. Thank you for the heart. I don't want to have to close and reload, because that would ruin the everything that we've been doing so far in the live stream. There we go!
Self-voicing disabled.
What the hell happened here?
Yeah.
Now all of the button... That's hilarious and infuriating.
It's still, yeah. Good. You never mentioned them.
Now I'm stuck back here. You know what, Ruin? You're right. Now I'm stuck back here. You know what, Ruin? You're right. It must have frozen. I was trying to catch up. Okay, I'm now back in control. I'm clicking skipping. Okay, so in order to do the thing that we're going to do, which is technically a neutral ending, we're going to take the blade.
That's probably for the best. It always seems to give us more things we can do, right?
Because we never did it when the Contrarian could join us.
So you're not going to suggest we throw it out the window? No, we've been through too much for that. And he's gone, so there's no one left to mess with but ourselves. You've gotten serious.
Game said, how dare you skip anything I have to offer? Well, here's the thing. Again, we've been through this for 11 sessions. I want to say this is run number 5. So, if you've encountered dialogue that you've already seen before, it will allow you to skip it in order to speed up the progress, which we've done plenty of times. And it's going to be very necessary for what we're going to do for our very next run. Because we're going to be going after eyes we have already encountered.
Besides, what's the third beat? It isn't funny if I suggest that twice, especially since you never took me up on it last time. There's the guy I know.
We are not going to throw the blade out the window. Although I'm tempted to quick save and do it just for the gag. But we're not going to. I might do that at a different point on a different playthrough.
Those winding stairs again. But now there's only one way forward. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I did offer up the stranger the first time without remembering, which actually makes... Oh, yeah. Okay, so I did offer up the stranger the first time without remembering, which actually makes this...
Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
We're gonna fast forward and do, continue down the stairs.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart. Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
So, you brought the knife. After everything you've seen, and all the lives we've lived together, you still aren't sure what you want to do? Unless you are. We just hope you're sure of yourself, one way or the other.
Oh no. Was this the run where I was going to try to, slay the fractured princess? I can't remember if I did that, or if it was going to be the other thing to do. Shoot. I'm going to have to do it either way at some point. Okay, part of me wants to quick save and come back to get both endings knocked out of the way for the gallery. We are just trying to go after the 100% gallery, aren't we? Okay. So... Fudge. No, we'll do it honestly. We're gonna slay the princess and open the world to a new god, and by fast-forwarding it. I'm sorry, people.
So this is really it then. Let's see this through.
So, you've made a choice for all of us. Through all the worlds we've seen and experienced, through all the lives we've known and lost, we could never imagine a world without you and us. It doesn't feel possible. Despite it all, we've always loved you. We hope you don't regret what comes next.
You blink and the princess is gone, all you have left is that's it, parts of your heart. Whatever. The piece. Yeah, by destroying her. Yeah, all of this is identical to the previous version. All that changed was the fact that we unlocked another single piece of the gallery.
She's gone.
No, she's not.
Then we did what we said.
No, she's not.
Then we did what we set out to do. That's right. We've got a whole world to see.
That's right, I never actually did this with the Contrarian. Leave the basement behind. Stairs. Leave the cabin itself.
Yeah, there's not a lot for us to do, is there?
Path in the woods outside our empty canvas. Leave the cabin itself.
Yeah, there's not a lot for us to do, is there?
Path in the woods outside our empty canvas. There's even more beyond the planet. World from death. Set self free, which we've seen before. Kill gluttons. Just have to heal.
It shouldn't be that hard to break out of here. We're some sort of god, aren't we? He's gone. She's gone.
All at once, unyielding tension. Shattering, free, blah blah blah.
I knew we'd finally...
We can... Oh, welcome back everyone. It's great to see you all again. Just have to figure out what to do with ourselves forever. No problem, we can do that, yeah?
Yeah, we can do that.
And we have cleared another alternate ending. So that means it is new game time. Alright, let's go into our memories. Let's check the end of everything. Okay, so we're going to find our freedom as... Okay, so we're going to find our freedom as gods forever next, which means using our previous knowledge, we are going to offer up 5 sets of eyes we have already seen before. Starting with the damsel. Even though we should be trying to go for these. But that will only lead us to the gray, which we will be doing eventually. Because there's 2 versions of the gray, and I'm not going to like it. Alright, yeah, we'll... Alright, yeah, we're gonna offer damsel, then we're gonna offer stranger.
You make...
I think I swear to Gord that for whatever reason it's the Switch 1 version that decides to lag and cause me chaos. We're going to continue down the stairs. Examine chains. Head upstairs. Bottom of stairs. Safe. Approach the locked door. Warn. And resist. Okay. I do want to swing back to my little guide here and check something about the damsel. So yeah, if I do that option, it's just gonna lead me to the burned gray. And we're just trying to save time, I guess. I'll figure out that version of the burned gray at a later time. We already did the mirror, so we're just gonna empty out the basement. Rescue. Leave. Open the door yourself.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
You place
The door yourself.
Okay, yeah, you've got this.
You place your hand on the door, and the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. You place your hand on the door, and the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, because I never did the version where I opened the door for her.
Ha! I knew it. Your words are no match for the pure strength of our hearts, bound together as one. You and the princess make your way upstairs.
We are not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Okay. Stop it with these interruptions. I already made up my mind, we're leaving. If I did the first one, I would go back to Happily Ever After. And even though I have gotten a version of Happily Ever After, there's so much more on that pathway that I haven't seen. But again, we're doing only things we have seen on this run.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you?
Alright, we skip. Don't get the chance.
She's like, come.
I can't believe she's taking my the nerve. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
Something dreadful. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll...
Just taking my the nerve. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
Something dreadful. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll...
Approach the mirror. Ignore him. Approach the mirror, gaze in the reflection. Proceed to the cabin. Approach, which we've already done. We've already done all these options. Do we know each other previously? Yeah, we have. What happens now? And then... Yeah, we have. What happens now? And then... Make me forget.
Shit.
Okay, turn around and leave.
You're just going to...
Not going to the cabin.
Huh.
Turn around and leave again. Turn around and leave again. Did I ever do You're Not Emotionally Blackmailing Me? I don't remember.
Stakes and consequences.
Yes, we have. Different direction. Okay, we got Stranger. Okay, we're gonna do one cheatsy doodle. We're gonna do one cheatsy doodle. We're going to overwrite that save. And I can't run from the cabin. I'm just going to stay in the woods forever. I don't know if I've ever done that. I'd want to do it just to see what happens, and then we'll come back.
Oh, that's clever. A little boring, though. It's extremely. Can we really? No, you can't. Alright, so it's decided. Even if. A little boring, though. It's extremely. Can we really? No, you can't. Alright, so it's decided. Even if. Congratulations, you continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. What is that?
Okay, no, we load. We load, because that did cause problems. Apparently I have done that before. I'm stupid. A little bit. Yeah, I get him. Go to the cabin. Proceed to the cabin. Fast forward. Enter the basement. Skippity skip. We take the center staircase. And we continue to fast forward. Apparently you're a threat to the world.
I don't have any weapons, and I'm chained to a wall. Do I look like someone that could end the world? Do I look like a monster?
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
There are so many different versions. Painful.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. We can do that? I don't like this. Again. Should we tell him? Nah, let him. Right, I'm telling him. Until. It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could.
Yeah, we've seen most of this. We're just gonna plow ahead. We're gonna say nothing.
Is that a...
Keep skipping. Always get scared. See you on the other side. Approach mirror. Gaze. And groan. Cabin. Approach. We've been through this before. I'm ready to go back. Okay, next question. Which one do we do? Okay, so we could maybe aim for the witch. We have done... we have done both her versions of the eyes, so we could potentially go after some stuff before on the witch while doing the witch, which would be fun. Yeah, why the hell? Why the hell not? Then that means I'll only bring up the gallery guide. Make a peace offering to someone you betrayed. Yeah, I remember that now. Just barely. Okay, so... I remember that now. Just barely. Okay, so... did it freeze again? There we go. Cabin. Cabin. Enter the basement without taking the knife. Lie.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me?
I see.
Come downstairs.
Yeah, we can skip that. Then I'll see what I can do to examine the chains. Yeah, we can skip that. Then I'll see what I can do to examine the chains. Go back upstairs. Return.
Do you want to?
And finish the job. We need our handy-dandy Google Drive. Why did it crash? This is a comedy of errors and technical problems. It couldn't retrieve the file information. Ridiculous. Couldn't retrieve the file information. Ridiculous. Okay. Which. Alrighty. Which. Alrighty. What are we missing from the witch? What are we missing from the witch? Fight dirty in a direct confrontation. They are, okay. Okay. We have our plan. Cabin. We need... I don't remember if I probably have by now, but we'll do it just in case.
There isn't. There's definitely says.
Okay, we have.
I care about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else could he be hiding from us? Come on now. He's pretty much in charge here. When have authority figures ever lied about anything? If there were a mirror in this cabin and we were supposed to look at it, he would have told us about it. I'm not lying to you, I promise.
Alright, we are going to take Blade.
Take the...
Enter basement. I don't think I've ever said say hello.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps.
She must have you confused with someone, she seems. Look, do you want to hear...
Okay. We're just going to go and do none of the explores. I'll be straightforward. My intentions. I didn't care for your treatment last time. I think you might be a danger to the world, so I'm going to attack you now! Slay the princess. No. No, wait. We're gonna slay the princess without actually saying that line, because what the gallery guide says.
Without uttering a word, you charge the princess. So much for finding an easy way out. I can't believe you're making us work for it.
Better a violent fool than a plotting coward. Better for me, at least.
As you close the distance, readying your strike, the princess's chain falls from her wrist. She takes advantage of your split second of surprise and throws a fistful of dirt into your eyes. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. It's a shame we're playing opposite teams. This is why you couldn't just abandon her here. Left to her own devices, she would always find a way out. Now stop her.
You must have known I would be ready for you. Deep in your heart, you know the same things about me I know about you. We're both so very awful.
I mean, probably. You don't know what I'm like in real life.
As you brush the silk from your eyes, the princess tackles you, flattening you against the dirt floor.
I'm actually a relatively chill person. At least I try to be.
We were always going to kill each other here, weren't we? I can't trust you, and you can't trust me, and those dogs spin and spin and spin into hate.
She buries her teeth deep into your chest, tearing at... Great, she's distracted. Stab her in the back. In for a penny, right? Why not? As the princess rips meat from bone, you plunge your weapon into her unprotected back.
Bastard! Even
case you find a way to stab me in the back. I know you, and you're hideous. Absolutely wretched. Just like me.
Maybe we are the same. So what? Throw her off us. Kick her in the shins. We don't have to fight so dirty. Of course we do. Fighting clean won't help us win. It takes a wretch to know a wretch, and we're all at the bottom of the barrel here. There's no point in pretending otherwise. Are we? At the bottom of the barrel. We've got dirt in our eyes and a chunk of us chewed out. That's not the bottom of the barrel, what is? No arguments here. You're doing great. Keep playing dirty if that's what it takes. But if we win, we won't be at the bottom anymore. We'll have climbed a little higher. And once we start climbing, well, who knows where we'll stop? You'll stop right here if you keep daydreaming. Don't let yourself get distracted thinking about what comes after. None of us ever said we stopped fighting. What a low and vicious fight it is. Eyes gouged, skin scratched bloody, hair ripped and nails broken. Every rule there ever was in the book of honourable combat. Both you and the princess have broken 12 times over. That's nice and all, but are we winning? Nobody's winning. I thought playing dirty was supposed to give you the upper hand, but I suppose that doesn't work if you both sink to the same lows. Still, at least you're not losing. The princess cackles maniacally as the fight continues. Behind her cackle, you hear the low groan of walking wood. Wait, what's going on? We're establishing a newer, better packing order. No, the groaning thing. Why is the wood making noise? Who cares about the groan? It's just a sound. Things make sounds all the time. I care about the groan. Doesn't that mean something bad is happening? Oh, yes, well, I'm afraid that's the sound of the basement getting smaller.
What?
You hear that, you pathetic wretch? Those are the roots of the wild, and they're coming to choke the breath from your lungs and squeeze the life out of you.
But why?
Excuse me, what? You and the princess disengage for a brief moment, just long enough to get your bearings. Behind you, the basement door has been sealed over, thick roots barring your only exit from the dirt pit. And slowly, but very perceptibly, the roots are closing in on you both.
That's right, they're coming for you, and they won't stop until there's nothing left down here but them.
What about you? They'll crush us you as easily as they'll crush me.
As long as you suffer while you die, I'll gladly suffer with you. Especially if I get to see it happen.
Rude.
This doesn't help anyone. I can't believe she'd kill us both, just to spite me. See? This is exactly why you've been tasked to slay her. She's an antisocial monster who'll gladly burn the whole world for her satisfaction.
Hey, Beardy, how you doing?
The roots grow ever closer. We know. We can see them.
Oh. We're gonna go out fighting. I'm not gonna do any of the other explorers. We're gonna go out fighting.
You attack the princess once more, and once more the two of you fall into a vicious brawl. The basement continues to shrink as you fight, but neither of you pay it any more mind. Not until it's too late. The roots twist around you both, binding your limbs and rendering you helpless. As your fates close in, all you can do is watch her, and all she can do is watch you. At first it's almost gentle. The two of you lifted delicately off the ground, but the cradle of the growing roots soon gives way to tightness. That tightness gives way to bulging pressure as they begin to constrict. The sound of creaking wood is drowned out by the snaps and pops of your bones, pain flooding your senses as you feel your skin deform, being shaped unnaturally by the living basement. Tears well up in the princess's eyes, her own bones splintering and flesh swelling with trapped blood. But still she smiles through it all.
I can't wait to do this again. You wretched little thing. I hate you, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
The pressure is unbearable. You can't breathe. Your vision swimming with red. Your head pounding as everything tightens.
Okay, so we are going to go into another pathway. I'm going to have to pay very close attention.
And then you pop. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Oh shit, we're back on the wild!
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
I did not anticipate coming back to the wild. But that's fine, that's fine. There's only one way out of the wild, isn't there? See through her woven eyes at the end of everything. Okay, how do we get there? Okay. Carefully play through to the curious and beautiful heart. Okay, so I actually always intended to come back here at some point because we ended on the wild once. Okay, so I have... We're going for Curious and Beautiful Heart, because we already have that version, right? We have Woven Eyes, which is Curious and Beautiful Heart. Yep, okay, cool. Nope. So, we fast forward. Sure, there's no reason to keep secrets, so we decided to go in guns blazing last time, and that someone got us killed.
What should we have done? Let you draw things out with all that conniving. Everyone knows a straight fight is best. It's honest. There's no need to bicker about it. I wasn't trying to start anything. I don't mind what happens to us. I kind of like it now that we aren't actively being crushed. Yeah. Now that you mention it, this isn't so bad. And it's not like the fight is what killed us anyway, it was the cabin. No point worrying about who charged who when that place ground us all into paste in the end. The princess included.
It was a fitting end. I'm sorry if it hurt, but doesn't this make it all seem so small?
I see. So the cabin ground you into paste, and now you're convinced you're stuck together. What a mess.
He doesn't understand. We...
Okay. I can feel the pressure of the outside pushing in on us. What are we supposed to do about it?
Push back.
Remember how it felt, or turn? No, we have to do turn inward and find your freedom. We don't need to be everywhere at once, just in the right place at the right time.
You'd do best to remember. What is he going? He can't make you aren't.
We don't...
There's a place you need.
You stretch. This place will fall apart before you find its end. This task, whatever, all the more reason. That's right. I know a leader when I see one. Call his bluff.
I can hold us together.
Find the way out.
You won't find anything if I have to starve you. If I have to...
Okay, find something cold and smooth.
I think it's too late for...
I'm at your side.
Shatter the cage.
No, stop!
Please disappear as center breaking glass. For a moment, you engage with the home.
Job well done, team. Just like I'd planned. Oh, can it? This was all of us. Fighting as one.
Is this what he kept from us? Is this why he made us kill each other?
It's beautiful.
And then it's
Where
gone.
did it go? Why is everything so cold?
Never get a chance to answer her. You turn to see her gone behind you. Memory
She's
returns.
gone. And there's that.
Been here
It feels
before.
so bad. Screw the mirror. If they think it's bad,
See you on the other side.
maybe there'll be a good fight there. Finally.
Approach. Gaze. Withered. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach. We can now do
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. All
blah blah blah. What do you think of this vessel?
this one is like a shadow of me, twisting minds in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for.
Okay, then we go back.
I will be.
Now we return to my other guide on Chrome. We double check our memories. What could we go after? We could go for Nightmare. Yeah, the only things we haven't done was get shoved in a bottomless pit, but we don't want to go to a bottomless pit. We're gonna basically speed run one of the optimal outcomes, which is... Give me a moment. We're going back to the Nightmare. And we have to do Tenderheart. Okay. Then we're gonna do silently go to the cabin, proceed to the cabin. We do not take the knife. Continue downstairs. Talk. Go back upstairs to retrieve the blade without saying a word.
Thank you.
Lost an arm.
This is a dangerous play. Who's to say she'll actually succumb to her wounds? She doesn't have a weapon, and she's missing an arm. You can finish this right here, right now.
Lock her away. Ignore her and go to
Just
sleep.
ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you joltle.
And then we're on Nightmare. And then in order to get the Tender Heart, we... Cabin.
The interior of the cabin is plain. The smooth...
Basement with no knife.
Oh, we should have taken the knife.
Silence.
make...
Do nothing.
Decide it's best. Lungs, liver, nerves.
Leave together.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Yeah, the one where it's sweet.
Nerves, heart, lungs. What? Liver. No! You step onto them. Heart, lungs, liver, the doorknob. Heart, lungs, liver.
We're gonna approach the mirror. No, we.
But it feels so bad. It's calling us. And not in a good way.
Then we, it'll be okay, I'll see you on the other side.
Okay. If you say so. Do I trust you?
Approach mirror. Gaze into the reflection. Unravel to proceed to cabin. Approach. And just to double check, thoughts on the vessel?
This one is filled with sadness.
Yeah, we did.
Do not mourn her. She has finally
We
found
did
her
that
way
before.
home.
Before I forget, I have great news. My friend that I introduced this game to on Saturday chose to purchase it. And I look forward to conversing with him about it in the future. The way that Soy has been doing with me. Which is fun. Ready to go back. Okay, we need to do one more. What do we choose to do? That's the question. Memories. We still haven't seen through the adversary's eyes, so that's off the table. We still haven't seen through the tower's eyes. Razor? Oh, yeah, that's a thing we can do, because we've seen through her eyes at the end of everything, but we haven't seen the other hearts. Okay, Razor. Chapter 2, Razor. Yeah, this is gonna be nuts. I do want to check something about... that its color isn't even my final form. Okay. Do I actually want to do Razor as my end run? I should have thought other. Because otherwise I could miss an option. We did see through the beast's eyes at the end of everything. Do I do beast? Fudge. I'm overthinking this, and we've eaten up quite a bit of time already because we encountered a thing we were not expecting. So, what would be easier, beast or prisoner? Beast, because we have already done Cunning Heart. Yeah, screw it, we'll do Beast. cabin. Cabin. Basement with a no knife. Continue downstairs. Why can't I do this? Talk.
Okay.
I'm off script. I'm off script. Screw it. We'll just go with
The princess hesitates before responding.
Did I ever clear this line?
Know. She's been down here. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Oh, shit. I am totally off script. I have no idea what path I'm going to end up on. Which means we're going to have to play it super carefully on the next run. Not the next run, but you know what I mean. Name. Locked down here for a reason. We're just going to do the everything. Supposed to end the world. Don't think you're dangerous.
Is that why they threw me down here? I don't remember much about it.
That's... How long has she been knocked away?
Did they
did they tell you I'm supposed to end the world? No.
Sooner or later, you'll...
Okay. Finally, I can examine the chance to see what I can do.
You walk up to...
I'm going to check upstairs, maybe the key. Then we return to the bottom of the stairs.
You may...
Double slay.
Though your nerve...
And give up.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we're back on the beast. So for cunning and heart, proceed to the cabin. Cabin. Enter basement.
No steel?
Stand still.
This already worn by travel, and has been seen by one of my many eyes. You cannot walk it again. Change your course.
Dodge?
Wait, what?
Run for the stairs.
She's right there. We have to wait for an opening. That's fair. She'll kill us if we try and run past her.
They'll love together.
At least she's up front.
Show yourself.
If you want to see me, you should get better at seeing.
She knows that her strength lies in shadows and secrets. She won't reveal herself unless she has to. She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble. Keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us...
Survive.
Jungle, barely moving out of the way before the princess surges past you with a speed that makes her practically unseen.
Yep. Run for the stairs. As soon as you prove this,
This path is already worn by travel, and has been seen by one of my many eyes. You cannot walk it again. Change your course.
Dodge.
You managed to avoid her slapping jaws yours, but you aren't fast enough to evade the whole of her titanic momentum. She grazes you, the force of it enough to skin you all along your side, leaving a line of red, raw flesh.
What just happened?
It's like being sideswiped by sandpaper. How is she that fast? This isn't working. We have to do something. We have to figure out a plan. Don't plan ahead. Act on the now. All that matters is that we stay alive. We're trying, but we can't keep this up much longer. We have to. We keep up or we die.
You're getting slow.
She seizes the opportunity, lunging once again from the darkness, fangs bared and claws flashing. She attacks over and over and over, and each time she leaves with a little piece of you.
We fucked up, didn't we? We fucked up so badly.
Too tired to think, but we have to think. We have to move. It's too late. Before you get the chance to react, it's over. She makes her last foray from the dark corners of the room, unhinging her dripping maw, her eyes fierce and full of hunger.
Oh wait, no, we're good.
You do your best to dive out of the way, and you partially succeed.
No, we didn't.
Partially? Yes. The princess fails to swallow you whole. She only swallows...
We're on the den.
Lower body. That's just as bad. That's worse, even. It's death either way. At least this will be a faster end. You look down to see that the dirt between you is strewn with your intestines, trailing all the way up and disappearing behind her blood-stained teeth. Your legs are nowhere to be seen. You start to go into shock. The princess, bloody saliva dripping from her lips, idly gnaws on what's left of you as you rapidly fade away.
I didn't mean to do that. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, fuck me then. I didn't want to do it this way, but here I am at the den.
You're on a path in the wood. That didn't work. We're going in with a plan this time. We're not getting stuck in another loop, just acting on instinct. We're stuck in a big enough loop as it is.
Why didn't that work? Why the fuck didn't that work? I'm gonna come back here eventually. I'm now completely and utterly dejected from all of this. You know what? It's fine. We're gonna... Because... Okay, I got a new plan.
Instinct was keeping us alive, until it wasn't. So what are we supposed to do? Great, so you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done.
So what we're going to do is something I'm going to consider to be wholly stupid. We're still going to go with the big plan of joining her at the end of this. Then what we're going to do is for the give her the dagger. We will do the beast as a first or second run. I don't know. My brain's all over the place.
So you know more than you're letting on. Yeah, what he said. Of course I do, but believe me, it's in your best interests. The more you know about the princess, the more difficult your task will be. Why is that? Having me explain why would defeat the whole purpose. There are simply some things I'm not allowed to tell you. It's a hard rule. Whose rule is it? Who's telling you to boss us around? We've died twice already, and if you want us to stay alive this time, it's in your best interests to give us an edge. It's my rule, and this conversation is over.
Okay, what's the plan?
She spent as much time as she could in the shadows. So we're gonna draw her out. But she's fast. And she's clever. We're clever too. So this time we're not gonna let her cut off our escape. We're gonna lead her to the stairs ourselves. It'll be a lot easier to deal with her once we can actually see what she is. But you already know what she is. She's a princess. Yeah, right. A princess we couldn't see. And one that had big, sharp teeth, too. How about you stick to describing things and we'll stick to doing our job? Sharp teeth.
Path was different than before.
You're right. This is different, isn't it? I'm starting to lose track of things myself. Ground is ground. It doesn't matter what shape it takes. We'll adapt. If it looks different, that's because the situation has started to spiral out of everyone's control. So please, disavow yourself of the notion that you can just come back here and fix this place if you manage to make a mess before that line of thinking leaves you yet another world in ruin. Though, as evidenced by you dying twice, it's safe to assume the fates of the worlds you've left behind don't concern you very much. Consider this your last opportunity to make things right. For you and for the rest of existence. But especially for you. Clearly we're not getting anything out of him.
I want answers.
Like I said, I've told you as much as I can without putting you at a disadvantage. If anything, I've told you too much. You've already died by her hands twice. You shouldn't need much in the way of motivation.
Proceed to the cabin.
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation awaits. You know what to do. Alright, we've been over the plan. Goad her out of the shadows. Make her show herself. What if she doesn't want to be seen? We'll figure out a way to make it happen. And if that doesn't make her any easier to fight, it will. It's always easier to fight what you can see, no matter how big or toothy she might be. The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all. The only furniture of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right. If there's a way forward, that mirror is blocking it off. What are you talking about? There is no mirror. It's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement. He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us. Then either way, we need to investigate. Might as well get started.
I guess we'll... I don't know. Take the blade?
Yes, take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Odds are we'll need it. Thanks for not putting us in a bad spot.
Approach the mirror.
You step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair. Haven't you been paying attention? We're not hesitating. This supposed hole is blocked by that old mirror. That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually.
I'm having the anxiety itch.
It's so grimy. Maybe we can wipe it clean and finally get a look at ourselves. You reach forward and wave your hand over the open hole leading to the basement. See? Nothing. Tricks of the eye. No one sense can be trusted on its own. You step forward into the darkness. If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. As you crawl forward on hands and knees, you're met only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs, no entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
We don't have to fight. I'm ready to let you out of here.
The princess leaves your remark unanswered. See, she knows we have to be like her. Focused, present, patient. I suppose it'll take a little more than words to coax her out. Let's keep going. You put the voices to the back of your mind and proceed down the stairs.
We have so many bad endings left in this game.
The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed. Stay on your toes. We take a step into the shadows, and as soon as she moves, we jump back, make her follow. From there, we trap her in the tunnel, draw her out of the cabin, whatever it takes to get her out of her element. Then we're safe.
Step into the shadows and try to lure her out?
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. That's right. Keep steady. Don't let your nerves get the better of you. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the shadows. But you've already started your swift escape. That's stage one. Now stay focused. You dive into the tunnel and begin scrambling up towards the cabin. You hear her behind you, claws raking at the dirt, chains rattling, then snapping, breaths hot and heavy with the effort of the ascent. But the sounds are coming slower now, the breaths pained and stuttering. You no longer sense frantic motion behind you in the tunnel. You risk a glance. She is a broad and sickly creature, her withered and emaciated flesh clinging to bones too large to fit in the narrow space. She managed to squirm her way into the tunnel in pursuit, but now she's stuck, incapable of either moving towards you or returning to the open darkness of the basement below. So that's what she's become. She wasn't like this when we started. Was she? No, she wasn't. Looking at her makes me feel sad. Yeah, now that we can see her, she doesn't feel like much of a threat at all. She paws futilely at the air between you, but her shoulders are pinned in the narrow confines of the opening. She has no hope of reaching you.
I officially understand what you mean, Soy, when you said, no, this is the delicious and dungeon path. Ah, crap. I accidentally knocked over, stuff. Okay, I think we're good.
And she realizes this. Her arm goes limp, flopping to the dirt floor of the tunnel. Her eyes fall from yours, defeated. Her eyes look up at yours, wide, pleading. come back, you can imagine them saying, don't leave me here. But you shouldn't listen to the sad eyes of a vanquished enemy. She wants nothing more than to change places with you. If you want us to ignore her, then why would you tell us any of that wide-pleasing eyes begging for mercy business to begin with? If you want us to ignore her, then why would you tell us any of that wide-pleasing eyes begging for mercy business to begin with? All it does is make us feel conflicted. I'm merely describing things as they are. It's not my fault that her eyes had something to say. You pointed out to you. Do about her anyway. She'll end the world like this. She hurts. We should help. Now let's think for a second. Let's reevaluate. Should we help her? Well, I do feel bad. Now let's think for a second. Let's reevaluate. Should we help her? Well, I do feel bad looking at her. There's no way to get close without being in reach of those claws. We've come this far, but can we trust a creature that until a few short moments ago fully intended to eat us? What an excellent question with an equally excellent answer. No, you should not help her. She's clearly just waiting for you to drop your guard. And beyond that, you do well to remember that she poses a threat to reality itself. You already have a weapon, and she's as vulnerable as she's ever going to be. How about you use it?
I'm going to have to return here at a later point because of a certain ending we're trying to get. Turn around and leave. You're done here.
You turn back towards the exit, leaving her behind, but potentially interrupted by the panicked, guttural wails of a creature in distress. She has redoubled her struggle against the confines of the earth around her, the very walls shaking as she doubled her struggle against the confines of the earth around her, the very walls shaking as she desperately thrashes against them. She is stuck here, right? Of course, it's too small for her. Very walls shaking as she desperately thrashes against them. She is stuck here, right? Of course, it's too small for her to get up here. But is up here stable? I don't know. I didn't think about that when I started to plan all this. It isn't. It's only dirt and stone, and she is very, very big. Hurry. You do your best to scramble up towards the exit, but you barely manage to get halfway before the ground beneath you begins to crumble. And she is getting closer, her breath hot on the back of your neck. The thing is just an exercise in futility, isn't it? No words, only action. Keep running. But the tunnel collapses before either you or the princess manage to reach the exit. Everything goes dark and we die? Oh no, you're perfectly fine. You're just buried under literal tons of earth, as is the princess. What? Oh no, you're perfectly fine. You're just buried under literal tons of earth, as is the princess. Why, for the love of I not think about the stability of the tunnels? I'm supposed to be smarter than this. I'm supposed to have a plan for everything. Why, for the love of I not think about the stability of the tunnels? I'm supposed to be smarter than this. I'm supposed to have a plan for everything. This is all my fault. I was the one who started worrying about this place falling apart. And what, you think worrying made the tunnel collapse? I don't know. Maybe. It was physics. You can't change things just by thinking about them. That's ridiculous. Bickering and bickering doesn't matter, because now we're in a dark place. Not a place to move, not even room to dig. In a dark place, not a place to move, not even room to dig. Something shifts in the gloom around you. An eye opens. The wet glint of it pierces the darkness, its pupil focused on you. The princess. At least she's as stuck as you are. Not that it'll do much good in the end. Stuck is still alive. But it's not alive forever. I can smell the end all around us. Sweet and empty. Alive forever. I can smell the end all around us. Sweet and empty. This is where we die. I'm going to lie down now. The eye stares at you with resignation. Are we going to be here forever? Is this my fault? Are we going to be here forever? Is this my fault?
I'm gonna say I know whose fault this is, and it isn't ours. I'm just gonna cut to the chase.
Oh, and I suppose you think this is my fault? As if. You had your chance to save the world, and you squandered it by turning your back on destiny. Deciding not to do anything is still a choice. This is on you. You have free will. You squandered it by turning your back on destiny. Deciding not to do anything is still a choice. This is on you. You have free will, and you decided to do it. We all know what's going, so get on with it. Alright, I'll go into extra detail, just for you. The weight of the world you have destroyed rests. It both crushes and cradles you, holding your lungs in a stasis where you can never take in quite enough breath for comfort. Your limbs ache, muscles screaming in their locked positions, one arm slowly growing numb as your blood. Muscles screaming in their locked positions, one arm slowly growing numb as your blood struggles to reach it. There is dirt in your eyes. They fill with tears. Okay, I think that's enough. We get the picture. Eyes. They fill with tears. Okay, I think that's enough. We get the picture. Skip to the everything goes dark part, please. No, not quite yet. I haven't even gotten to the start. Gnawing that starts as a nibble. Little reminder that despite it all, you're still alive. You can see that she too feels herself being eaten from the inside. Her gaze never leaves you. Any semblance of thought has vanished, replaced with a desire for the only thing that can sate her hunger. You can feel a strain as your parched mouth attempts and fails to water. But even with a dry tongue, your hunger is such that you can't help but think about what her flesh might taste like. Don't think I'll forget how much you're enjoying this, you sick bastard. Don't worry, the end is close. Your mind grows cloudy as your blood slows, your chest trying to suck in enough oxygen to feed your starved muscles. Your bruised ribs doing little more than bumping up against hard, packed oxygen to feed your starved muscles. Your bruised ribs doing little more than bumping up against hard, packed dirt. You aren't even sure you have limbs anymore. Whether the vacant ache where they once were is just the memory of limbs. Any second, you might breathe in one last shallow.
Well, that was depressing.
Well,
that was depressing.
Well,
Around you unwinds. She places her head at your feet. I'm cold, say her eyes. I don't want to be cold. Man, I'm gonna have to go through that multiple times, aren't I? Don't get the opportunity to respond, memory returns.
and there's that.
Been here before, always been scared.
So bad. Weeks of death. You're right. Part of me wants to.
See you on the other side.
Confused.
Approach mirror. Gaze.
Confused.
Approach mirror. Skipping.
I think you know what I.
Yeah, we get the jagged mirror. Yeah, we've done that before. Cabin one last time. Yeah, we've done that before. Cabin one last time. Skipping. Yeah, we've done that before. Cabin one last time. Skipping. happens now? Okay. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go.
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
Free yourself. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation and you feel sensations in limbs. Everything here except for her is you. You feel your wings spanning the cockpit and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of your cage pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it. But it does not yield.
I love you.
Take her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
Yeah, this is why I did my damnedest to figure out why I don't know why I was locked into the den, and I frackin' hate it. It's because I was trying to get here. There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you always been and just as you always will be. Through conflict is your nature, the two of you will never be alone and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. The two of you will never be alone and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. I guess it's the least... Right. The most anticlimactic of the good endings. Okay. I'm mildly frustrated. But it is what it is. Do I want to call it a night early after that debacle? Not really. Not really. Huh. Don't mind me. I'm just... I'm sorry, I'm checking something out. Okay. Okay. Alright, I was double checking something. I hate what we're going to do next. I genuinely hate what we're going to do next. Because I have been warned that this is painfully melancholy. We're going for Greg. And we're gonna do it in a little bit of a silence.
The interior.
Alright. Take blade.
You take the blade.
Enter the basement. We're going for the paradox run, by the way.
The door to the basement.
Okay. Continue downstairs.
Good. Just
No way, why would you even think that? Drop.
the blade, Tom.
Okay, maybe now we can just talk. Got stuck. I can ignore all of these explorers because... Wait, did we do... Yeah, we did.
I know.
I've been told things, but not quite enough.
Oh,
Getting you out of here, examine the chains.
You have to be kidding.
Oh, wait, what? Check upstairs. Return to the bottom of the stairs. Return to the bottom of the stairs. Save. Approach. And resist. Okay, we're back on the prisoner. Which... I know this is gonna suck. Cabin. Cabin. For the first time ever, we're taking the blade to the prisoner. No, wait, have we done that before? No, every time we have... I can't remember if we've taken the blade to the prisoner before. My brain hurts. No, every time we have... I can't remember if we've taken the blade to the prisoner before. My brain hurts.
You take the blade.
Yes, we have, apparently.
It was a good idea.
Enter the basement. Enter the basement. Yeah, we're gonna go straight for Slay the Princess, and it sucks. I wonder what visitors could be referring to. Are we not the first? At risk of causing another glitch. Alright, there we go. Got it. I got it unstuck. Hey, Star! Welcome back to chat. Welcome to the most melancholy ending we're going for.
You walk down the stairs.
We slay the princess.
Without a moment of hesitation, you charge the princess, your blade primed to deliver a lethal strike.
Oh no, everything's going to be traumatizing. Almost everything we have left is traumatizing.
I am not a damsel to be helplessly murdered.
Yes, I know, lovely. We're going to get,
Damsel to be helplessly murdered.
Yes, I know, lovely. We're going to get, we're one of the many versions of bad things.
As you move to strike the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
I had a barbarian that fought like this back in 3.5.
In an instant, they're around your neck, both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Drop it, or you die.
I thought this was going to be a safe move, but she's going to kill us. Just listen to her, do what she says.
So, I was asked about me playing 3.5. Yes, I played 3.5. Me playing 3.5. Yes, I played 3.5. When was Game of Thrones Season 2? When was the Red Wedding? Because that's when the campaign kinda started, 2018. 3.5, so I started playing 3.5 roughly in 2011 or late 2010. In 2018, 3.5, so I started playing 3.5 roughly in 2011 or late 2010. It was in hindsight, everyone had to take levels or diplomacy. But yeah, I was literally handed a character sheet, told how to play. Yeah, that's because I haven't I haven't clicked anything, because I'm telling the story of 3.5 gone wrong. I haven't clicked anything, because I'm telling the story of 3.5 gone wrong. So yeah, I was basically handed a character sheet and told how to play. It was miserable until the campaign had to go into a side campaign within a campaign. Oh, you didn't hear the story. I'll send you the VOD later. You can just figure out what timestamp this is. It's going to be roughly the 1 hour 38 minute mark. Here's what happened. 3.5, everyone had to take ranks in diplomacy. I was given a character sheet with almost no instruction. It was no magic, trying way too hard to be Game of Thrones as Game of Thrones was airing, and there was 8 players. 8 players during the first session, and eventually there had to be a side campaign within the side campaign, and the side campaign is when the only good mission. And eventually there had to be a side campaign within the side campaign. And the side campaign is when the only good member in the campaign, and that's where I had my barbarian that used chains to fight. I'm not going to tell you how that campaign fizzled out. A side campaign within the main campaign. Campaign fizzled out. A side campaign within the main campaign. I misspoke. The only thing that was funny about that campaign in the main campaign. I misspoke. The only thing that was funny about that campaign. Very interesting choices characters made. I still have terrible but fond memories of Crust, the orc, and Magius, the mage with a draconic-speaking raven that knew more about magic than he did. I could go on a wild tangent about that story, but suffice to say, I don't want to anymore because of how that campaign ended. Tragically.
How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
We are going to slay the princess.
Blade. End her before she ends you.
We are going to slay the princess.
Whenever you're ready, you can present your reward. I don't like this. It was too easy. It was not too easy. We almost died. That's right. This was an incredibly difficult task, and you performed it. It was not too easy. We almost died. That's right. This was an incredibly difficult task, and you performed it admirably. Let's just get out of here. I don't like looking at her body. Task, and you performed it admirably. Let's just get out of here. I don't like looking at her body. Plus, he's reward. I'd appreciate a reward right about now. You have the attention span of a fly. How are we supposed to unravel the mysteries of this place if you're so easily distracted by empty promises? It's better to have a short attention span in a situation like this, especially when it's already set in stone. And especially when your promised reward is not, in fact, empty, and is worth all the adversity, especially when it's already set in stone. And especially when your promised reward is not, in fact, empty, and is worth all the adversity you've been through to get here. Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it. Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
We've seen a version of this before, and I don't like it. But we can skip it, right?
You open?
Okay. So, I don't know. I'm pretty okay with this.
So glad you're keeping an open mind. Time passes.
I don't know. I'm pretty happy. I'm going to accept my reward now.
That's great. Congratulations. You've earned it.
Sorry, but we're not doing that.
Don't apologize.
Okay, we're here. The Gray. The bad version of the Gray. What? Why did all that skip? So, you're on a path in the woods and we got cut off. It got frozen again. I now need to wait for the damn game to catch up with itself. There we are. See, that wasn't so bad, and now we've got another chance to get to the bottom of things. Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place.
There are so many more threads to pull once you stop feeling. That's a little dark.
Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place.
There are so many more threads to pull once you stop feeling. That's a little dark, buddy. You feeling okay? I'm feeling nothing. And I like that just fine. So you've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2? It's our 3rd. You've been here before. Of course you've been here before. What count is it this time? 2? It's our 3rd. Gave it away. Open discussion. You came around on that awful fast. Have you just been pretending to forget every time? I'm afraid not. Whatever other versions of me, I just wish I'd been the first. So you knew how all versions of me. I just wish I'd been the first. So you knew how all this worked. Why didn't you ever tell us? We could have used it to our advantage. That's because there is no using it to your advantage. The more information you have, the harder it will be for you to succeed. It's not like it was that difficult to slay her last time. She may have put up a fight, but her flesh is still softer than our blade. And now she's dead, and I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave. Still softer than our blade. And now she's dead, and I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave. You already slew her, and you survived.
Yeah, it is working. It glitched on my end. For what the Nintendo Switch version, at the very least, on the Switch 1, and potentially, I'm not quite sure if this is exclusive to just the Switch 1, or if it could happen on the Switch 2, or if it happens in other versions. Occasionally, the game is exclusive to just the Switch 1, or if it could happen on the Switch 2, or if it happens in other versions. Occasionally, the game decides to screw up on me, and I hate that. On the Switch 2, or if it happens in other versions. Occasionally, the game decides to screw up on me, and I hate that. If an internet, then I'm not.
Was it not? What better reward is there than eternal bliss? You should have been happy. We were bored. There were still answers that we needed to find. It was actually working. And you killed yourself. I can't believe it. You ruined everything. How does us dying ruin everything? What aren't you telling us? The world doesn't stay saved if you die. And if the world isn't saved, then that means she is dead.
It's raining. It wasn't raining last time, or the time before that. This whole path is different.
Yes, things are different, aren't they? If this isn't the same path in the woods you're used to, that means that her influence is already spreading and you're running out of time. Her influence? What's that supposed to mean? It means exactly what I said. Don't overthink it, or you run the risk of making your task so much more difficult than it has to be. And what is that supposed to mean? Forget I said anything. I've probably already made things worse, and I need to stop talking about this now before I definitely make things worse. Come on, tell us your secrets. Haven't we been through enough? Don't we deserve to know? Come on, tell us your secrets. Haven't we been through enough? Don't we deserve to know? No. Is there a reason it would be raining? If there is, it doesn't matter. If a bit of rain... Is there a reason it would be raining? If there is, it doesn't matter. If a bit of rain is in conjure, then we have nothing to worry about. A drenched corpse is...
I'll have you know, I didn't want to kill myself last. I'll have you know, I didn't want to kill myself last.
That's great to hear, but it doesn't matter because you still died. No hard feelings, right? Of course not. No feelings at all. Speak for yourself. What? You wanted us to stay in the happiness void forever? Doubt that.
What happens if we don't go to the cabin?
She'll find a way out eventually and the world will still end. The only way this resolves is if you find her and slay her before that happens. We already know he wants us to slay her. Anything he says is tainted by his motivations. Turn around and leave, go to the cabin. I'm fine with either. So long as we don't just do the same thing again. That would be boring.
Okay, before we actually proceed...
That would be boring.
Okay, before we actually proceed to the cabin, there is a thing I need to check in memories. I'm checking the end of everything. Okay, so we did find our freedom. That's good. That's what I wanted us to do. The den, a creature's lair. Oh my. Oh my. We automatically unlocked You've Been Here Before, which is a Ravenous Heart. We're still going to go back and do a Ravenous Heart at some point. We're still going to go back and do a Ravenous Heart at some point. Wait in silence for your end. Man, that entire route is just nuts. Anyway. Whatever happens next, it seems like all our answers are at the cabin. We might as well see this through. What we do entirely is up to us. What the hell happened? I'm sure you remember for Slayer, just don't muck it up. And we're stuck on... We're stuck here. Do I want to transfer? Do I want to transfer? Do I want to transfer to the Switch 2? See if it improves on the Switch 2. Do I want to transfer? Do I want to transfer to the Switch 2? See if it improves on the Switch 2.
And we have all those mysteries to unravel. Isn't that right? You aren't here to solve a mystery. You're here to save the world. That's what you say. But how can we be sure? Be sure of anything except what's right. Can't be sure of anything except what's right. Somewhere else? Maybe we are. It's horribly unproductive. The cabin, your extremely important destiny, await.
Proceed to the cabin.
Water. The once stately wooden building is bloated, its beams dripping with a black death and stagnant water. The once stately wooden building is bloated, its beams dripping with a black ooze of putrefaction, all but the exterior stone walls warped beyond recognition. It must have been beautiful once, but in its ruin, it is beyond repulsive.
I see.
But in its ruin, it is beyond repulsive.
I see the ghostly vestige again, and I fucking hate it. Remind me at some point, Soy, today, and forgot to talk to you about it after I shared the fan art of the princess. You know what I'm talking about. Remind me to share the Reddit thread, because it's a fascinating theory, and it pertains... You know what I'm talking about. Remind me to share the Reddit thread, because it's a fascinating theory, and it pertains to our special interests. I will not go into any further detail, in case somebody else happens to be hearing about this, and, I want to keep things safe for work. I kinda gave it away. Regardless, let's keep going.
But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure, faintly outlined against the rotting wood of the wall. Is that her? It's like she isn't even there. See, we killed her. It's like she isn't even there. See, we killed her.
Excuse me. Wait, Star said evidence the narrator is right that the princess is ending these worlds. Yes and no. I don't think you've ever been here for a true that the princess is ending these worlds. Yes and no. I don't think you've ever been here for a true finale of a finale, Star. So, again, you would have to go back and interact with the narrator of The Shattered Mirror. Again, you would have to go back and interact with the narrator of the Shattered Mirror, and that would give you your better information.
You're right. Maybe she doesn't reset like us, doesn't look the same as she did last time. Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room. Make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room.
I'm 90% sure you didn't hear my comment, Star, about the evidence that the narrator that the prince is ending the worlds. Again, it requires knowledge from evidence that the narrator that the prince is ending the worlds. Again, it requires knowledge from earlier in our playthrough.
Plan this out before dying. There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade. Huh. That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it. But we had it with us when we died. But we had it with us when we died. And besides, everything else has reset. Why wouldn't the blade have reset too? Maybe it's because we've already explored that avenue. We've seen what happens when we slay her. Reset too. Maybe it's because we've already explored that avenue. We've seen what happens when we slay her. Maybe this place has decided we don't need to try that again. I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
But there is no door.
Maybe the mirror isn't real. Maybe it is real, and he's lying through his teeth to stop us from looking into it. But it seems like whatever we want in the room, you're clearly right now. The door to the room, you're clearly right now. The door to the basement is on the
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier. The room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned earlier. The one that doesn't exist. Little down. Yeah, we can see it. Zenny. Much more interested in seeing other things. No way left to go but down.
Enter the basement.
No way left to go but down.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement groans open. The air is foul and wet, so thick that you feel it settle onto your skin in layers of grime. The stairs are coated with slimy algae, reeking of fetid vegetation.
I have to say, I prefer the appearance of the drowned gray to the burned gray, but they're both terrible.
A wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadows, legs submerged up to her shins in dark waters. Face veiled in shadows, legs submerged up to her shins in dark waters. There she is again. Barely. She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief... She's just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
It is going to do us any good. I think we have a lot to talk about.
You receive no response. Do you think she's upset with us? I don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed.
Hey Magna, how you doing?
She doesn't seem fully there. I'm not sure she's even capable of being upset. You aren't helping. Are you scared of a little ghost? What's she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
We're going to proceed down the stairs.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. Floating rising water, her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain. This cell is a dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom.
Hey, that proves that there is more than one pathway where we talk about the window. Kind of. Magna, you've been up for 30... Magna, you've been up for 34 hours. Go to bed. As everyone's unofficial kind uncle in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, go to bed. You have. You still can't sleep. Insomnia is a bitch. I understand.
See? She's not just dead. It looks like she's been rotting. So killing her does stick. She's not just dead. It looks like she's been rotting. So killing her does stick. Mostly. But if she's dead, then what are we supposed to do? She isn't dead. You clearly just believe she is. Her corpse is floating right in front of us. You can stop it with the mind games. If she's dead, then do we even have to do anything? How can she be a threat to the world like this?
Magna?
Then do we even have to do anything? How can she be a threat to the world like this?
Magna, do not drink coffee after being awake for 34 hours. You do not want to start hallucinating. I've been there. It's not fun.
You turn to see the shade of the princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs. So that's where the blade is. The princess staring down at you from the top of the stairs. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead. She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before? Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even. Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying or destroying, if we want to be a little evil. Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying or destroying, if we want to be a little death neutral. Seems off the table? Yeah, this is tricky. Talk to her. See what kind of information she has that we don't.
Well, I wish you luck, Magna.
But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
Bold of you to come back here after what you did.
Talk like this?
Bold of you to come back here after what you did.
Why did you close the door?
Bold of you to come back here after what you did.
Why did you close the door?
But she doesn't answer your question. What she does is watch you in shadowed silence.
You might want to leave the live stream nightmares. Because this is we're on the horror aspect of a horror romance visual novel.
Do you hear that trickling sound? The water's rising, isn't it? Do you hear that trickling sound? The water's rising, isn't it? It is, and it's rising fast. Oh, that's interesting. We've never drowned before. I wonder. Interesting. We've never drowned before. I wonder how it'll feel.
Fun fact, this is a real-life fear I have.
Bad, I bet. I don't think dying ever feels good.
Both my brother and I have a fear of... But yeah. But yeah.
Yes, now you should avoid it. How about you stop trying to talk to her and do something instead? You should avoid it. How about you stop trying to talk to her and do something instead?
Do we rush the door?
You come to a moment later, suspended in darkness, disorientated, only aware of the surface of the water and the emptiness above. And of course, the princess, hovering above you, watching in silence as you struggle to stay afloat in the icy depths. There's no way out. It's so dark and cold, I think our limbs are slowing down. How much longer can we do this? Just keep breathing, we'll figure this out. Or we won't. Can we do this? Just keep breathing, we'll figure this out. Or we won't. Doesn't matter either way. But you don't have time to figure anything out. Something cold and clammy wraps around your ankle. You're dragged under, only able to take one last hopeful gulp of air. Freezing depths. As you sink below the surface, you see it. Or rather, you see her. The body you found floating when you first arrived, its hand is locked around your ankle, the heavy chains pulling you both down into the unfeeling, suffocating nothingness. The heavy chains pulling you both down into the unfeeling, suffocating nothingness. I get it. We shouldn't have killed her. Just get it away from us, please. The past is the past. There's no... We shouldn't have killed her. Just get it away from us, please. The past is the past. There's no... There's nothing to face. Something about the present either. Not unless we think like we should have been doing all along. But then thinking as you drown. You desperately try to pull yourself back to the surface again, and again, and again. Your icy limbs flailing desperately against the grip of her rotting corpse. And again. Your icy limbs flailing desperately against the grip of her rotting corpse. And all the while her ghastly figure stares down at you, expressionless, as unfeeling as the weight around your ankle.
Your arms still
Around your ankle.
Your arms still with water, your mind filled with blood. And now,
This is something that's taken away unless something else in their place. Okay. This had been my true first way to have gone by sheer accident on my very first playthrough ever. I don't know how I would have handled it. I might have gone and, very first playthrough ever, I don't know how I would have handled it. I might have gone and, freaked the frack out. Anyway, let's, wrap this up for the night, shall we?
She's gone. Why is it here? Why now?
We don't need to do any of these explorers, we just...
Why is it here? Why now?
We don't need to do any of these explorers, we just... No, hang on.
Not even her to find anymore. You're right. Don't bother looking for her. It is. Does that mean... It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like?
Because this is the first time I've done Skeptic on Loop 1.
He was never going to outlast us.
Because this is the first time I've done Skeptic on Loop 1.
He was never going to outlast us. Something dreadful about him. I don't think you should. You're right. But something stronger is holding me back. Fear. Ignore the cowards. You fear. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
Oh, Mirror.
You don't.
Mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels. I don't know.
Okay, approach the mirror, gaze into the reflection, silence. We can go into the skippings. Approach her.
Something finds me.
The gift of a fragile vessel. This one is guarded sorrow. The gift of a fragile vessel. This one is guarded sorrow. She saw herself as alone, but in the end had the courage to share with another. She will make for a deep heart. Alone, but in the end had the courage to share with another. She will make for a deep heart.
Do not mourn her.
Nothing else matters. What happens now? Make me forget. Okay. We are going to do our... Make me forget. Okay. We are going to do our... And we're looking at the prey. And we're looking at the prey. We have every... except see through her drowned eyes at the end of everything, which is what we intend to do. Okay. I'm gonna need to start orchestrating a plan for our next run. But we will be back here tomorrow night. And there's a chance we might be here Saturday as well. It all depends. But with that, I'm gonna call it a night. I hope you've had fun being here with me, either as we were live or in the VOD. I need to have a cleaner outro, so I don't know what's going on in my brain tonight. But I'm gonna go. I'll see everyone later.